Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
A very pleasant good afternoon from Rab Rogers Field on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University for today's Great American Conference matchup between the Ouachita Tigers and the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. Game 3 of this GAC series here on a sunny Saturday midday from Arkadelphia. Good afternoon, almost afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you're with us today. Chris Babb here bringing you the action as the Tigers and the Bisons go Game 3. Ouachita going for the sweep. Oklahoma Baptist trying to salvage Game 3 of this 3-game set. There you see the records on the season, 9-8 in Great American Conference play for Oklahoma Baptist, 10-7 for Ouachita yesterday. The Tigers got 2 one-run victories. It was an exciting day at Rab Rogers Field. Tigers win both games. Let's take a look at elsewhere around the Great American Conference yesterday. One other series played, actually 2 other series played 2 games. UAM defeated Northwestern 4-3 and 8-4. That series finale will begin here in about 10 minutes as well. Southern Arkansas swept Southwestern Oklahoma State University yesterday. Game 3 today will begin at 1 o'clock. Harding won Game 1 of its series at Southeastern Oklahoma State 3-0. Game 2 and 3 today at 1 and 4. Henderson State got a 15-7 victory over Southern Nazarene last night. They'll play a doubleheader beginning here in a few minutes across the street at Clydeberry Field. Arkansas Tech went on the road and got a 17-6 victory over East Central, and they will have a doubleheader starting today. Let's take a look at the Great American Conference standings as they sit after yesterday's action. Harding 13-3, Southern Arkansas UAM tied at 11-6. There you see Ouachita and Oklahoma Baptist. Ouachita 5th at 10-7, Oklahoma Baptist 9-8 in 7th place right now. We are about halfway, a little over halfway through the Great American Conference schedule, and you want to stay above that line. The top 8 teams qualify for the Great American Conference tournament at the end of the season. We're getting ready to announce the starting lineups for each team, so let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups first for Oklahoma Baptist. Come into the game with a 16-7 record, 9-8 in Great American Conference play. This starting lineup looks very similar to games 1 and 2 from yesterday. We'll start leading off and playing left field. Mac Marsick batting .311 on the season. Keenan Morris bats second, plays shortstop. DJ Van Atten started at DH in game 1, first base in game 2, back to DH today, and he'll bat third. Batting fourth and playing second base, Lucas Schaefer. Spencer Dickinson will get the start at third base and bat fifth. Zane Bennett batting sixth and playing right field. Jaden Schaefer had a solo shot yesterday to give Oklahoma Baptist its first run. That was in the middle of the game 2. He had a solo home run. He bats seventh and plays first base. Braden Smith gets the start at catcher, batting eighth. And Jesse Tisdall to start in center field, batting ninth on the mound for Oklahoma Baptist, Ryan Turbeville. Take a look at the starting lineups now for the Ouachita Tigers. Ouachita will go with a familiar lineup with a few adjustments in placement. Isaac Now will lead off and play center field. Isaac is the leading batter on the team for average with a .320 average. Wesley Scott will bat second and play shortstop. Garrett Graham gets a start in left field and batting third. Joseph Boland batting cleanup and starting at catcher. Joseph had the game-winning RBI to left field yesterday in the bottom of the seventh as the Tigers completed the comeback from being down 3-0 to win 4-3. Batting fifth and playing right field, Gavin Jacobs. Batting sixth and playing third base, Reese McWilliams. McWilliams was big yesterday in the field and at the plate. A couple of really solid defensive plays. Turned a 5-3 double play by himself. the batting 7th and the designated hitter today, Jackson Jester. Batting 8th and playing first base will be Cole Bedwell. Bedwell pinch hit yesterday and had a big hit to kind of get the Tigers going in the 7th. And batting 9th and playing second base will be Austin Gathright. Kaiser Smith gets the start on the mound for Ouachita. The sophomore from Louisiana. We'll have the numbers on him after this, but as Brian Ramsey finishes the starting lineups, we will pause for the national anthem. It is a gorgeous day, a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. Hardly any wind at all most of this morning, and we are ready for an exciting Game 3 in the Great American Conference Series. Let's pause now for our national anthem.
Heavenly Father, we are so grateful to you for giving us breath in our lungs today to enjoy your creation. Today we pray for a spirit of sportsmanship as these two teams compete in this great game of baseball. We pray for an injury-free game, but most of all, Lord, we pray that in all that we do, think, and say, that we glorify you for your kingdom's sake. We pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. I invite you to please remain standing as we honor America and those who serve it for the playing of our national anthem.
We are ready to go at Rab Rogers Field on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Game 3 of this 3-game GAC series between the Ouachita Tigers and the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. Chris Babb here with you. Glad you're with us today. Tigers got a solid outing on the mound from both of its starters yesterday. Game 1, Chase Oberle, 8+ innings, got the win in a 1-0 victory for Ouachita. And yesterday, Luke House went 7 innings and ended up with the win after Ouachita came back in the bottom of the 7th. They'll try to get a third consecutive solid start from his starting rotation today with Kaiser Smith, the sophomore. Ouachita saw a 6'1", 165 sophomore from Stonewall, Louisiana, Calvary Baptist product. Let's take a look at the numbers for Kaiser Smith. The sophomore getting his 7th start of the season. Kaiser Smith 1-2 on the season, pitched 33 innings, 1-2 with a 4.91 ERA. So Smith 1-2 on the season, 4.91 ERA, 33 innings, giving up 33 hits, 18 runs, all of those earned. Has walked 9, struck out 30, opponents batting .256 against the sophomore right-hander. He'll face Matt Marsick, Keenan Morris, DJ Van Atten to start things off here in the top of the first inning. 3 lefties in this Oklahoma Baptist lineup. Ouachita going with 2 lefties in its batting lineup, and they will be facing a left-handed pitcher. Smith finishing his warm-up pitches. 66 degrees right now. The 73 by the time the game is over. Not a cloud in the sky. It's a little bit warm because the sun is up high and it is shining into the press box. Selfishly, we'll be ready for the next hour and a half where the sun will go behind us a little bit. Mac Marsick steps into the plate. Marsick batting .311 on the season. Getting his 27th start. Yesterday, Marsick was 2 for 5 in game 1, 1 for 3 with a run scored in game 2. First pitch from Kaiser Smith is out of the zone for ball 1, and we are underway at 12:01. Marsick puts that one in play, and a bad hop on Gathright as he had to range to his left. See if that goes down as a hit or an error, but regardless, the leadoff batter is on for Oklahoma Baptist. Yesterday, Chase Oberly and House did a really good job of not allowing the leadoff runners on. Oberly, in 7 of the innings he started, retired the leadoff batter. Big swing and a miss from Keenan Morris, the junior shortstop, also stands in from the left side. Batting .310 on the season. Did go down as an error on Gathright. Morris was 1 for 3, struck out twice in game 1. Pops that one up in foul play. McWilliams gives chase. It stays in play, and Reese McWilliams able to measure the distance, get on the warning track, put his hand on the wall, and make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Designated hitter, DJ Van Atten.
DJ Van Atten comes to the plate. Van Atten came into the game yesterday batting .400. He was 0 for 4 in the first game. He got 1 hit in 3 at-bats in game 2. It's not the best day for Van Atten, but he is a talented hitter. 3rd in the conference in batting average. Just couldn't quite get things going yesterday from the plate. Oberly had him off balance with some breaking balls. Now, we did talk about yesterday, Oklahoma Baptist does not get cheated with its cuts at the plate. As Kaiser Smith, breaking ball, catches the zone for strike 1. Van Atten has put 44 balls in play to the outfield. 76% of those have either been to the left or center field. Smith gets in on the hands and forces Van Atten to foul that one out of play, and so Kaiser Smith is ahead in the count 0-2 now. Runner on first. That was Marsick who reached on the error to start the top of the first. Smith checks to Bedwell over at first base. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Kaiser Smith gets DJ Van Atten fishing for a breaking ball. Started over the outside part of the plate, broke away, and Van Atten couldn't hold up. That'll bring up Lucas Schaefer, the junior second baseman, batting .319 on the season. Smith working quickly and has the breaking ball working. Schaefer yesterday was 1 for 7 between the 2 games, 0 for 4 in game 1, 1 for 3. Did have an RBI in game 2. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Ouachita has had success in the first 2 games of this series locating the breaking ball and getting some big swings. Bolin sets up a little outside, and there's a throw over to keep Marsick close. Marsick's 5 of 6 on stolen bases. We talked yesterday, neither of these teams have stolen a ton of bases. Ouachita with 25, Wesley Scott had 3 yesterday. They both came into the series having each stolen 22 bases. Marsick, Lucas Schaefer, and Jesse Tisdale each have 5 for Oklahoma Baptist. So of the stealing threat, Marsick is one of the top stealing threats on the team. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball on the 1-2 count, and Kaiser Smith gets out of the first inning. So no runs on no hits. There was 1 Ouachita error and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Oklahoma Baptist 0, Ouachita coming to bat when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm Attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Ouachita batting order and the starting lineup. Isaac Now, Wesley Scott, Garrett Graham will be the top three. Joseph Boland, Gavin Jacobs, if anybody reaches. Then you see McWilliams, Jester, Bedwell, and Gathright. The starting pitcher for Oklahoma Baptist is Ryan Turbeville, a senior, 2-2 on the season, 6.68 ERA. This is his 8th appearance. All of those are starts. 31 innings pitched, giving up 46 hits, 38 runs, but only 23 of those are earned runs. Big swing on the first pitch from Isaac Now. Back to the track, to the wall. Gone! A leadoff home run from Ouachita senior center fielder Isaac Nowell. Well, well. How about that start for the Tiger offense? Isaac Now, first pitch swinging, deposits that one onto 10th Street, rolls down to the practice field, and the Tigers have a 1-0 lead. Wesley Scott will step in. Didn't even have time to give Isaac's numbers or anything. He said, I'm just going to be ready to go. And now Wesley Scott pops that bunt up, and he might have a chance to make it. He does. Ryan Turbeville slipped coming off the mound trying to field that. Scott popped the bunt up and would have been an easy play. Turbeville slipped coming off the mound, and Wesley Scott reaches so quickly. Tigers have something going offensively. Garrett Graham to the plate now. Ryan Turbeville for Oklahoma Baptist, a 6'3" senior lefty from Midlothian, Texas, transferred from Murray State College. Garrett Graham steps in the box, getting the start at left field. 6-foot junior from Abilene, Texas. The 1-0 pitch from Turbeville misses, 4-2. So the Tigers go big ball, small ball, and they have a 1-0 lead and a runner on first. Isaac Now with the leadoff home run to get things going. And then Wesley Scott pops a bunt up, but Turbeville slipped coming off the mound, and Scott was able to use his speed to beat it out. Turbeville, the lefty, misses on ball 2. The 3-0 pitch misses for ball 4. So the Tigers have a runner in scoring position after a solo home run on the first pitch of the game, a bunt on the second pitch of the game, and then 4 straight balls. And we're going to have a visit really quickly from the Oklahoma Baptist pitching coach. Chris Cox is the head coach for Oklahoma Baptist. Cody Painter, the associate head coach and pitching coach. Painter walks out to try to calm down his starting pitcher. You know, this is a series which, 1-0 in the first inning, not a big deal. But this is also a series in which runs have been at a premium. Ouachita, if you were with us yesterday, you know Ouachita won game 1-0. They didn't score until the bottom of the 7th in game 2. Scored 4 runs to win 4-3. So Coach Painter and Cox wanting to try to get a handle on things early. Joseph Boland comes to the plate for Ouachita. The junior who had the game-winning RBI yesterday in game 2. He bats with nobody out and runners on first and second. Jaden Schaefer playing well in on the grass at first. Dickinson in front of the bag at third. Boland does square around to bunt, pulls it back and takes a called strike 1. Same defensive alignment. Schaefer was covering first from his second base spot. Morris holding Scott on at second. The 0-1 count. Boland does square, pops that bunt out of play, and the count is 0-2. So now the bunt will be off. The defense lays back to normal position. Joseph Boland will have to do something with 2 with the shortstop Morris holding Scott on loosely at second base. There is a lot of room through the hole on the left side. Morris will retreat, but still a big gap over there if Boland can turn on one quickly. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Boland is retired for the first out of the inning.
Now batting right fielder, Gavin Jacobs.
Gavin Jacobs comes to the plate for Ouachita. Only 3 freshmen in this lineup, getting the start at right field today, batting .267. That's with a 2 on and 1 out. Shot into right center field. That's going to get down. That might get past the center fielder. It does not. Wesley Scott will score without a throw. They're going to hold Garrett Graham at third, and Gavin Jacobs has an RBI double to right center field, scoring Scott from second. Advancing Graham to third. A nice piece of opposite field hitting by the freshman, Gavin Jacobs. Freshman from Bossier City, Louisiana, went to Benton High School down in North Louisiana, down on Highway 3. So now we go to Reese McWilliams. Had a productive day in the field and at the plate yesterday. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Tigers leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Tuberville's first pitch is high and away for ball 1. McWilliams was 2 for 3 in game 1. 1 for 1 with a run scored and 2 walks in game 2. He'll try to stay hot, and he can make this 4-0 with a base hit. The 1-0 pitch comes inside, catches the inside part of the plate for strike 1. So Tuberville evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, big cut from McWilliams, and now Tuberville is ahead in the count. 1-2. Ryan Tuberville, 6'3" senior from Midlothian, Texas. Trying to strand 2 runners. Got to get 2 outs, though. Trying to keep this damage to a minimum. 1-2 pitch to McWilliams. High fly ball into center field. That'll be enough to get 1 run home on the sacrifice fly. It'll be enough to get Jacobs to third base, and so the sacrifice fly from McWilliams scores Graham. McWilliams gets a hand from the home crowd. Jacobs advances to third. Jackson Jester has a chance to get another one home for the Tigers with Jacobs at third. Jester, the lefty. DH, batting .208, one of the second of 3 freshmen in this lineup. Didn't like that one, but it was right at the top of the zone for strike 1. You know, You've got 3 in the the bottom of the first. You sure would like to get greedy though and get that 4th one home if you can. Tuberville's 0-1, outside and high for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Jacobs at third. The 1-1, swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Jacobs swung over the top of it, and so now Tuberville again ahead in the count, 1-2. Fly ball from McWilliams on the 1-2 count. Came with 1 out, so was able to score a run. Tuberville trying to get out of this one. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to Morris. Fields cleanly after 2 hops to throw across the diamond to Schaefer. And Jester is retired on the 5-3 put out for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Tigers do get something going. 3 runs on 3 hits. No Oklahoma Baptist errors, 1 runner left on base. We are through 1. Ouachita 3, Oklahoma Baptist 0. Back for the 2nd after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita. Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita. Ouachita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Move to the top of the 2nd inning. Ouachita 3, Oklahoma Baptist 0. Kaiser Smith comes out for his 2nd inning of work. As Ouachita got 3 runs in the bottom of the first. The Tigers looking for their 3rd straight quality starting effort from a starting pitcher. Chase Oberle got a big start in game 1. Luke House got a big start in game 2. And Kaiser Smith trying to duplicate that. First pitch swinging from Dickinson gets through the left side, and so Spencer Dickinson leads off the 2nd inning with a base hit to left field. I believe now we do have Luke House with us. Luke, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
All right, Luke, wanted to bring you in and kind of didn't have a chance to talk to you after yesterday's game, but Luke, congratulations on your effort yesterday, a solid effort. What were you feeling out there on the mound?
Yeah, everything felt pretty good for the most part, other than those 2 innings there. Yeah, everything felt pretty smooth. I've got some guys behind me, but
yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah, but yeah, we all know what happened that 7th inning there, so got to give credit where credit is due. And Joe had a big swing, and we got away with it. So
Zane Bennett fouls it off. 0-2 the count now to the Oklahoma Baptist right fielder. Luke, as you take a look at that last inning for you, particularly, you come back in for the top of the 7th. You struck out the side. It seemed like you were able to put that 1 inning where they were able to string a couple of byes. It seemed like you were able to put that behind you and finish strong.
Yeah, I really just kind of told myself to empty the tank. Just whatever I had left, being down 3-0, just had to finish and just give ourselves a chance to hit with the position we were in before I went in that inning. So was able to keep it there and give ourselves a chance in the 7th, and we took advantage of it.
Zane Bennett can't check his swing, and so Kaiser Smith records his 3rd strikeout. Chase had a good outing. You had a good outing. Kaiser's had a good start, and he got some help in the bottom of the 1st. What's been working this weekend for the pitching staff? And I guess maybe a better question, we know what was working, but what was the mentality going into this weekend for the pitching staff?
Yeah, I mean, we had a pretty good scouting report on these guys, and it just came down to execution, really. Kaiser's doing a good job so far, but I think that's the biggest thing is we went out there and competed and followed what we learned from watching video, and we found some success.
Jaden Schaefer turns on one and gets the base hit into right center field. So Dickinson at second. Schaefer at first base. Luke, congratulations on a good outing yesterday. The Tigers got the win, and we'll let you get back to being with your teammates and cheering Kaiser on. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
I appreciate Luke House for taking the time out to join us during the game. A good outing from Luke yesterday. He and Oberly both had good outings as the Tigers won both games of the doubleheader yesterday and won the series, trying to complete that sweep today. They're up 3-0, but Oklahoma Baptist has things going here in the top of the second inning. Dickinson on second base, Schaefer on first base. Big swing and a miss from Braden Smith, the catcher at the plate, the sophomore, batting .240 on the season. 0 for 3 yesterday in game 1, 0 for 2 in game 2. He did have 4 strikeouts yesterday. And the breaking ball for Ouachita pitching has been successful against Braden Smith. The 1-1 pitch is a fastball taken at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the second to the Oklahoma Baptist sophomore catcher. Kaiser Smith, breaking ball, stayed a little bit inside. Started off more inside than we've seen. Smith was able to sit on that one and foul it off and get to the next pitch. The 1-2 pitch, high fly ball into left field. Drifting back and making the catch in left field is Garrett Graham. Dickinson can't tag. And Braden Smith is retired on the fly out to left field for the second out of the inning. So now you go to the 9-hole hitter, Jesse Tisdall, batting .253 on the season. Tisdall, a 5'10" junior from Choctaw, Oklahoma. Kaiser Smith trying to strand 2 base runners after a leadoff single from Dickinson and a 1-out single from Schaefer. Now Tisdall comes to the plate. 0 for 2 in game 1, 0 for 1 in game 2. The 1-0 pitch misses, so now the count 2-0. 0 for 2 with 2 walks, we should add, in game 1. Did strike out 1 time. Had a sacrifice bunt in game 2 yesterday. The 2-0 pitch from Kaiser misses outside, so it's ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes to the 9-hole hitter, Jesse Tisdall, with 2 outs. Dickinson on second. Jaden Schaefer on first. The 3-0 pitch misses, so now the bases are loaded as Tisdall draws a 2-out walk. We go back to the top of the order to Marsick. Marsick reached on an error to start the game. A lot of times it's when you have your errors. You can repeat that and make the play here and in the inning. Comes up with no damage. First pitch to Marsick misses for ball 1, and Coach Howard's going to call time and go out to talk to Kaiser Smith. So kind of set things up again. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ouachita got 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Kaiser Smith trying to get out of this jam. That was a quick conversation from Coach Howard. Dickinson led off the second with a single. Bennett struck out. Schaefer came up and had another single, and then Braden Smith flew out. So it's been hit, out, walk, and that's where the bases are loaded with 2 outs and a 1-0 count. Kaiser Smith misses with the 1-0 pitch, so now it's 2-0. You can expect Marsick will be picky here, trying to do anything he can to get on and get a run across the plate. The 2-0 pitch inside for ball 3. Strike 1 is called on the 3-0 pitch. Marsick might end up taking again. Kaiser, regardless, got a battle here and find the zone. The 3-1 pitch. Fly ball into center field, tailing to left. Garrett Graham back, can't make the catch, and 3 runs are going to score. It looks like it could be a triple. A strong throw into third is cut off, and it is a 2-out, 3 RBI triple to the left center field gap for Matt Marsick. Garrett Graham did yeoman's work going out and trying to track that one down at the wall, ran into the wall when he made the catch, or when he had tried to attempt to make the catch, could not. So since there were 2 outs, runners were off on contact, and all 3 were able to score. And so now we are tied at 3, and Keenan Morris to the plate. The shortstop has a chance to give Oklahoma Baptist a lead. Breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. So Oklahoma Baptist has responded to Ouachita's 3 with 3 of its own. The 0-1 pitch is outside for ball 1. Matt Marsick with his 2nd triple of the year. He now has 13 RBI on the season. He's tied this one up at 3. The 1-1 pitch. Ooh, my. Swing and a miss, and then Morris lost his bat, and it went into his team's dugout. It drew a chuckle out of Madeline Colesrip on the camera. I assume everything's okay since they've got the bat back to Morris. The count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top of the 2nd, and Oklahoma Baptist has tied it up with a 2-out, 3-run triple. The 1-2 pitch misses for ball 2. Nice frame job by Boland to try to get that one in the zone. Again, give it to Garrett Graham. It was a lefty batter, hit it to left center field, so it was tailing towards left field, but just had too much on it. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Kaiser Smith is glad to get out of that, but he's frustrated with himself for giving up that hit. So for the Bison, 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no Ouachita errors, and 1 runner left on base. To the bottom of the 2nd, we're tied at 3. Back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
There's a remix of I've Got Sunshine. I think the line says I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. We've got sunshine on a no cloudy day, and it is a lot warmer than it was yesterday. A little bit of breeze coming in. Yesterday, if you were with us, we talked about the breeze and showed you the video from last weekend at Southern Nazarene. Nothing at all like that this weekend. Gorgeous weekend for baseball. Nice cool breeze for the fans outside. We don't quite have that breeze yet, but we're ready for it selfishly. Start the bottom of the 2nd. It will be 8-9-1 for Ouachita. Cole Bedwell, Austin Gathright, Isaac Nowell Ryan Turbeville on for his second inning of work. Gave up the leadoff home run to Nowell in the first. Wesley Scott bunted and scored on Gavin Jacobs' double. 1-1 pitch misses for ball 2. Smith waits for it to roll back to him. Two-one pitch. Popped up in the infield. First baseman Schaefer makes the catch. And Bedwell is retired on the pop-up to first baseman Schaefer. We'll bring up Austin Gathright.
Batting for the Tigers, second baseman Austin Gathright.
Gathright, a freshman from Frisco, Texas, was 2 for 3 with the run scored in game 1 yesterday. That was the 1-0 win for Ouachita. 0 for 2 with a run scored and 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored yesterday in game 2. Squares around a bunt, pulls back but takes it for a called strike 1. Dickinson was charging quickly from third. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors for the Bison. 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. Gathright tried to check his swing. Isaac now, Wesley Scott, Garrett Graham, if it gets that far in this inning for the Tigers. Gathright stands in there and almost took that one off the forearm. Turbeville's 1-2 pitch. Outside and high for ball 2. So now the count is even. Oklahoma Baptist and Ouachita also playing softball this weekend in Shawnee. The Bison won game 1 last night. They'll play a doubleheader today. The 2-2 pitch is check swing foul. It'll stay inside the plate area. It is a turf plate area and apron here at Rab Rogers Field. Grass infield and outfield, dirt, base paths. Lefty on lefty matchup. Gathright hugging the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, soft ground ball to second. Nice charge, but man, Gathright has some speed down the line, and he showed it there. Forced a quick throw from Lucas Schaefer, and the speed for Gathright forcing the quick throw. It was up the line and high, and Gathright reaches on an infield single.
Now batting center fielder Isaac Nowell.
He got down the line quickly. Now Schaefer was playing rather deep at second, and he got a good read on it and made a nice charge and field. But the speed of Gathright forced a quick throw, and it was high and up the line. So Isaac now comes to the plate. He led off the bottom of the first. First pitch swinging was a home run. Takes the first pitch he sees here, a breaking ball upstairs for ball 1. Tigers had a home run, a bunt, and a walk from their first 3 batters in the first, and they all scored. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike 1 right at the belt. Now hits the 1-1 pitch into center field. Tisdale drifts back to his right and makes the catch. It's not deep enough to allow Gathright to tag, so now is retired on the F8 for the second out of the inning.
Wesley Scott.
Wesley Scott to the plate. He followed Now's home run with a bunt. Turbeville had a good read on. He just slipped coming off the mound, and the speed of Scott was able to allow him to reach safely. Scott ended up scoring on Jacobs' double. First pitch swinging, fouled back to the net. And Tuberville is ahead in the count, 0-1. Scott's 0-1. It goes the opposite field with it, and that is going to hang up enough. And a nice chase into right center field by Jesse Tisdale to make that catch for the third out of the inning. So the Tigers get no runs on one hit. There were no Bison errors, one runner left on base. We are through 2 innings. 0-3 for the Bison, 3-0 for the Tigers, and we are tied at 3 as we head to the third. Back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Start the top of the third inning. 3-0. 3-0 after the first in favor of Ouachita. Oklahoma Baptist responded with 3 in the top of the second. Ouachita couldn't respond, and that's where we are as we start the top of the third inning. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Bison, DJ Van Atten, Lucas Schaefer, and Spencer Dickinson. Against Ouachita starter Kaiser Smith. 3 runs on 3 hits for Oklahoma Baptist, 3 runs on 4 hits with an error for the Tigers. Van Atten steps in, struck out his first at bat. Takes a breaking ball that broke back into the inside part of the zone for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Big cut from Van Atten. Ouachita has had success, I said it earlier, starting that breaking ball over the middle of the zone and letting it break away from this free-swinging Bison. The 0-2 rings him up looking. Kaiser Smith went breaking ball inside, breaking ball outside, breaking ball back inside, and just got Van Atten off balance. That is the second strikeout of the day for Van Atten by Smith, 1 swinging, 1 looking. High fly ball, that's going to go into foul territory down the left field line from Lucas Schaefer. Schaefer batting .319 coming into today's game, and he reaches base via the hit by pitch as Kaiser Smith lost that one on the inside, frustrated with himself. And so Lucas Schaefer, that is the 5th time Schaefer has been hit. You look at the hit by pitch numbers, Ouachita's only been hit by 16 pitches this year. Ground ball, double play opportunity. Gathright with a turn in time, 6-4-3. Scott to Gathright to Bedwell, and the Tigers get out of the top of the third. So a hit by pitch is negated by the 6-4-3 double play. Scott to Gathright to Bedwell. Back for the bottom of the third after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019.
I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
There you get a shot inside the OSDN production trailer. Gavin Wallace right there in your grill. Coleman Callan behind him. I don't know if I've seen Gavin wear a purple cap. He usually just wears the black one. Now you're going to quit real quick before you started laughing. I saw that. They didn't want to catch themselves laughing. I couldn't even get a wave to the camera, Madeline. You get a good look inside our OSDN production trailer. Gavin and Coleman in the trailer. Chloe Velleman, Madeline Colzer running the cameras today. Do appreciate those four for giving up the first, 18 hours, 24 30 hours of their spring break, and thankfully they're good souls, and most of them will be back next Friday as Ouachita returns to Rab Rogers Field for a 3-game set against Arkansas Tech. We've got a ways to go before we do get to you don't celebrate spring break, do you, Madeline? Just what do we call have? Just enjoy spring break. Garrett Graham leading things off here in the bottom of the third inning. Tuberville ahead in the count, 1-2. No midweek games next week for Ouachita baseball or softball. No events on campus athletically. The 1-2 pitch to Graham. A shot up the middle for a base hit, actually to right center field. For Garrett Graham, Lucas Schaefer was, playing in a normal position at second, but that's just a hard hit ball by Graham. Went the opposite way with it, and it is a leadoff single for the Ouachita left fielder. Joseph Boland steps to the plate. Had the game-winning hit yesterday, game-winning RBI single, but other than that, it was kind of a quiet day from the plate from Boland. He'll try to get things rolling again. Swing and a miss. Boland played right field last year for Ouachita a lot. Was slated mostly to play right field again. Octavio Mendeville for Ouachita was the starting catcher, but now Octavio is coaching first base because he's got a hand injury, a right hand injury. Joseph Boland, hard chopper. Gets on the heel of the glove of Dickinson. He can't field it. He was ranging to his left. See how that goes down. He was ranging to his left, so it would have been a tough play. Morris was backing him up at shortstop. It does go down as a hit. I can understand that as well. It would not have necessarily been a routine play, I don't think. So now it's a nice job by Keenan Morris at short to back up Dickinson. Graham rounded, and he would have been able to get to third if Morris had not been backing up Dickinson. So now first and second with nobody out. They'll play in on the corners, Dickinson and Schaefer at third and first. Gavin Jacobs to the plate for the Tigers. Jacobs had an RBI double in the first inning. He'll try to give the Tigers the lead here in the top of the third. Runners on first and second, nobody out. 0-1, the count from the lefty, Tuberville. Shot into the right center field, and that is going to get down and past a diving Bennett. We may have a chance at an inside the Parker. That may be wanting too much, but they're definitely going to score 2 runs. It is a 2 RBI triple for Gavin Jacobs. The throw got past Morris on the infield. and could have had a chance for Jacobs to score from third, possibly, but on the other hand, you don't want to risk anything to get the first out at third base. So Jacobs comes through again. He's got a double and a triple. 2 RBI triple. We've seen 2 triples in today's game. 5-3 the lead now for Ouachita. Reese McWilliams to the plate for the Tigers. Nobody out and a runner at third. McWilliams had a sacrifice fly in the first. He'd take the same thing here. He'd like to have a base hit and an RBI, but he'd take anything that would get the run across. The 0-1 pitch, he held up. They do appeal down to first base. No swing, says the first base umpire. So the Tigers take the lead in the bottom of the third. The 1-1 pitch, taken for a called strike 2. Good pitch from Turbeville. Well, how about Gavin Jacobs? He gave it a ride to right field. Zane Bennett, a diving attempt at the catch, but did not get by him and went to the wall, and there was nobody there to help him. The 1-2 pitch, checked his swing, did not check his swing, and so McWilliams is the victim of a strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Now batting designated hitter Jackson Jester.
So Jester to the plate for Ouachita, the lefty. Schaefer will play him to pull at first and step back. Try to get anything that he can to score a run. Let's see if they try to score. It's a shallow fly ball, the deep throw from left field, but it is up the line, and Gavin Jacobs tags from third on the medium depth fly ball. It is a sacrifice fly from Jester for the second out of the inning, and Ouachita does get that run home. So 3s are wild on the board. Each team has scored in 3s. 3 for the Tigers in the first, 3 for the Bison in the second, 3 for the Tigers in the third. Now number 3, Cole Bedwell, is up with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Baseball's a funny game. You can go 9 innings and have 1 run and 11 hits between 2 teams. As Bedwell fouls that one out of play. Here in game 3, the other 9-inning game in the series, we are not through 3 innings yet, and we have 9 runs and 10 hits between the 2 teams. Three runs on 3 hits, no errors for Oklahoma Baptist. 6 runs on 7 hits and 1 error for the Tigers. Bedwell, the 0-2, rings him up on the inside corner for strike 3. So the Tigers bounce back with 3 of their own. 6-3 Ouachita after 3. We'll be back for the 4th after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
That was the voice of former Tiger and former OSDN member Kendall Givens. Good to see him back on campus last week. He and Josiah Johnson and Rovell Carter participated in GAC Pro Days for football. Had 23 NFL scouts on campus and a couple of CFL scouts on campus earlier this week. seniors from around the 6 Arkansas schools with the GAC trying to show their wares with their 40 and vertical and lift and all those combine-like drills. Kendall graduated last May and then master's degree. Top of the 4th inning, Kaiser Smith out for his 4th inning of work as his offense has now given him another 3-run lead. Zane Bennett to the plate for Oklahoma Baptist. Bennett batting .303 on the season. He's a junior, getting a start at right field. He struck out for the first out of the 2nd inning, the first time he faced Smith, and takes a fastball down the middle for a called strike 1. This is an Oklahoma Baptist offense that came into the weekend batting .306 as a team. They were tied for 2nd with Henderson State at .306. Both of those were 1 point behind, 1/1000th of a point behind Southwestern Oklahoma State, and they're batting .307. The 1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. Yesterday in game 1, Chase Oberly gave up 4 hits in 30 at-bats. And then Luke House, 4 hits in 23 at-bats in game 2. Kaiser Smith has given up 3 hits in the first 3 innings against a potent Oklahoma Baptist offense. The 2-2 pitch. Shot into left field. That's going to be down probably 4 extra bases. They were playing Bennett, shading him to go opposite field, and Bennett pulls that one into left field for a leadoff double.
Now batting first baseman Jaden Schaefer.
So Zane Bennett was 0 for 2 in game 1, 0 for 3. Got his first hit of the weekend here to lead off the 4th inning of game 3. Now Jaden Schaefer to the plate for the Bison with a runner on second base. First pitch swinging comes up empty. There is starting to be action in both bullpens. See a couple of pitchers, looks like for Oklahoma Baptist, Nick Meyer and Marcus Peters just kind of mulling around in the bullpen with a catcher down there. Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate from Kaiser Smith to get ahead in the count of Schaefer. 0-2. Schaefer, a senior, batting .267 after yesterday's games. Ouachita also has a pitcher mulling around in the bullpen. Smith tries to get Jaden Schaefer fishing on the 0-2 pitch. Good plate discipline. Schaefer does have 25 walks on the season, tied for the team lead with Keenan Morris, so he's not going to go fishing for one that far out of the zone. The 1-2 pitch fouled out of play. Ouachita has a pitcher starting to throw. The 1-2 pitch, got just enough of it to stay alive. The 1-2 from Smith as he looks back at Bennett. Same thing, foul it back to the net. Nice job by Jaden Schaefer of staying alive, the senior from Tecumseh, Oklahoma. One of a couple of transfers from Murray State College. Looking up and down the roster, see 4 played at Murray State College. The 1-2 inside for ball 2, almost caught the kneecap of Schaefer, and so Smith is glad that he didn't get that one as a hit by pitch. Count is even, 2-2. Outside, ball 3. "49 pitches for Kaiser Smith through 3+ innings. Big pitch here. The 3-2. Nice job by Schaefer. Fouled that one away, and he is doing his best job to stay alive. Who's going to win the battle? Jaden Schaefer. He's a member of the Bee Gees. Staying alive out there. I have one bad dad joke to go into spring break, right, Madeline? She says that was awful. That's what I pride myself in, bad dad jokes. Here we go, full count again. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Kaiser Smith wins that battle. He went to breaking ball, started low and got it to drop off the table. And that was a nice battle between Schaefer and Smith wins that one after Schaefer extended the AB a few at bats with fouling some off. So now Braden Smith comes to the plate. The 8-hole hitter in the Oklahoma Baptist lineup, batting .240 coming into today's game, flew out to left field for the second out of the second inning and takes a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Kaiser Smith trying to break the pattern on the scoreboard on the line score. The 0-1 pitch right down the middle for strike 2. Well, Smith might have been expecting a breaking ball there, and it just fooled him. Through the first 3 innings, 0-3-0 for Oklahoma Baptist, 3-0-3 for the Tigers. The 0-2 pitch, Bolin sets up outside, breaking ball. Smith fouls that one off of his foot. Goes out to towards the mound, but it was a foul ball, and so Smith will walk that one off. Home plate umpire asked for more baseballs. Kaiser Smith ahead in the count. Zane Bennett at first after a leadoff double. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Seventh strikeout of the day to this point for Kaiser Smith. 63 pitches now, 4 hits, 3 runs, but all earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Tisdale comes to the plate. He walked and scored and takes the first pitch breaking ball and catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1 from Kaiser Smith. Bolin sets up outside. The 0-1 fouled off the cap of the bat to the on-deck circle, and Marsick almost tweaked an ankle trying to stop that ball, stepped on it. He's good, though. So 0-2 the count, 2 outs. Smith to Tisdale. The 0-2 pitch popped him up. Will come out of play over the press box, short of Mill Creek behind us. If you're not familiar with where Rab Rogers Field is on campus, on the north campus with the rest of the athletic facilities, Kim and Craig Ward Tennis Center in right center field, past the right center field wall. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball. Did he go? He did not. It was a nice job by Tisdale of checking up. That was a nice 0-2 pitch from Kaiser Smith. Nice job by Bolin of getting out, going out and getting it. And Tisdale held up. Try to do it again. The 1-2 pitch. Bolin sets up outside. Maybe we got the same one. Fastball this time. The count is even 2-2. So try to bait him with 2 on the outside. See what comes next. Don't want to get it full. We like to end it right here. See if they go back to the breaking ball. Looks like it might be. There it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Bolin set up. Looked like he was expecting the breaking ball. Went down low to make the catch, and Kaiser Smith made the pitch and strikes out the side. After giving up the leadoff double to Bennett, strikes out 3 batters and strands Bennett at second base. To the bottom of the 4th, Ouachita 6, Oklahoma Baptist 3. Back to Rab Rogers Field after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Berry and Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Our friend Brett Brundage at Fish City Grill in Northwest Arkansas. I invite you to check out Fish City Grill the next time you're up in Rogers. It makes me hungry. I mean, it is 1 o'clock, and they're showing me that video with that food. I can't leave and go get any of it, but if I was in Fayetteville this weekend or over spring break, I would go find Fish City Grill. I say Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas, Bentonville, Rogers area. Go find Fish City Grill, and you will not be disappointed. Tell Brett Brundage that OSDN, his former classmate, and Brett was a communications major. Worked for the yearbook for Dr. Denver Root, the chair of our department. Now owns Fish City Grill, and it's a great place to eat next time you're in Northwest Arkansas. Austin Gathright leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. Quickly ahead in the count 2-0. Had a single in the 2nd inning and was stranded. It was his speed that enabled him to get on base. He squares around a bunt, pulls back, and the breaking ball misses the zone. Gathright had a, medium short, a high chopper to second base where Lucas Schaefer had to charge in. He fielded it cleanly, but the speed of Gathright enabled him to be able to reach after the throw was up the line and high. Gathright squares around a bunt, pulls it back, but it is a called strike, so now the count is 3-1. Dickinson still expecting a bunt. 3-1 pitch is high, and that looks like it might be it for Turbeville as, Coach Chris Cox makes his motion to the bullpen after the leadoff walk to Austin Gathright. We go to the top of the order. After Coach Cox goes to the mound to replace Turbeville, that'll be the end of the line for the Oklahoma Baptist starter after 54 pitches, 7 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Of course, the book is not closed on Turbeville yet as the leadoff walk to Gathright leads off the 4th inning. He passes the ball off to the relief pitcher, and we'll tell you who will be on the mound for the Bison when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
The new pitcher for Oklahoma Baptist is Marcus Peters, a 6'5 junior from Dallas, transferred from Eastfield College in Dallas. They're on I-30, I believe, as you're driving into Dallas. Isaac Nowell in the box for Ouachita. Back to the top of the order after the leadoff walk to Gathright. Isaac Nowell 1 for 2, had a leadoff home run in the top of the first inning, first pitch swinging, and then flew out to center field for the second out of the second inning. He's ahead in the count to the hard-throwing Peters. 1-0, it's a ground ball to second base, 4 to 6 to 3, but not in time on the turn. Nice job by Nowell of getting down the line. It was a two-hopper to Schaefer at second. He flipped to Morris, who made a nice throw, but it wasn't in time to get Nowell. So Gathright retired on the 4-6 put out. Now reaches on the fielder's choice. And Wesley Scott to the box. He is going to bat from the left side this time. We talked to he's listed as a switch hitter. We have not seen Wesley Scott's bat from the left side as much this year as last year. Talked to Coach Howard about that. But he will step in there from the left side against Peters. Big cut at the first one, and count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So Scott will have to do it with 2. Isaac now on first after reaching on the fielder's choice. The 0-2 pitch from Peters, high for ball 1. Looking around the conference, 7 of the 9 games yesterday were won by the home team. The 1-2 pitch from Peters gets his sign. Breaking ball started too high. It didn't drop down far enough, so the count is even at 2-2. Harding defeated Southeastern Oklahoma State 3-0 to move to 13-3 and stay in first place. Arkansas Tech defeated East Central 17-6. And those were the only road teams to win yesterday. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back to the net. So Scott will stay in there for another one. UAM and Ouachita both swept their doubleheaders yesterday. Actually, so did Southern Arkansas. And UAM, Ouachita, and Southern Arkansas all swept their doubleheader. That's a wild pitch that gets by Braden Smith. Isaac now makes the turn, and now he might be hung up, but he does get back into second base. Talked yesterday a lot about Braden Smith helping out his pitchers. He has been a wall behind the dish for Oklahoma Baptist, but that one from Peters was just too short and inside, and Smith couldn't do enough to dive and get a stop. He went to it ricocheted towards the Oklahoma Baptist dugout, and that allowed Now to get to second base. Wesley Scott with a big swing and a miss on the 3-2 pitch.
Now batting left fielder, Garrett Graham.
It's the second out of the inning. And Garrett Graham to the box. He walked and scored in the first inning, singled and scored in the third. He has a runner in scoring position. A base hit could extend this lead. Breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is a shot through the left side. Isaac Now, they're going to wave him around. Coach Burson waves him. Isaac Now will score as the throw is cut off. And Garrett Graham with a 2-out RBI single through the left side, scoring Isaac Now. And Graham has an RBI single. Give Ouachita a 7-3 lead.
Now batting the catcher, Joseph Boland.
Their 2-out base hits with runners in scoring position are huge, and Garrett Graham added one on there for Ouachita. Joseph Boland steps in now. Did he check his swing? He did not. And so the count is 0-1. Boland takes that fastball inside. Be interesting to see how long Peters is in this one. His longest outing of the year was 4 innings at Southeastern Oklahoma State on February 25th. The longest he's pitched since then, he had 3 at Southwestern the next week. Boland with a high fly ball to left field, drifts back, but the left fielder has a beat on it right in front of the warning track is where Matt Marsick makes that catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But the Tigers do get one of those runs on the board. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're through 4, Ouachita 7, Oklahoma Baptist 3. Back after this timeout.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Kaiser Smith returns for the top of the 5th inning for Ouachita. Kaiser's longest outings, he's had 2 6-inning outings, 1 6 1/3 inning outing. His last inning at Southern Nazarene on the 14th last week was 5 innings. He's starting his 5th inning of work right now. Pitch count is 69. See how long he goes. If he gets out of trouble in these or doesn't get into any trouble, probably let him go another inning or 2. We do have some activity in both bullpens. Nobody really throwing, just kind of mulling around and ready to get loose if needed. It'll be the 1, 2, 3 hitters for Oklahoma Baptist. Matt Marsick, Keenan Morris, DJ Van Atten, and Kaiser Smith starts Marsick out with a called strike. That one missed a little outside, so the count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch taken for a called strike 1. Strike 2, so the count 1-2. UAM leads Northwestern Oklahoma State 5-2 in the top of the 2nd. As Marsick fouls that one out of play, Reese McWilliams gives chase, but it runs out of real estate. So UAM UAN. Thought I heard someone holler time real quick, but it was just from one of the dugouts. The 1-2 pitch to Marsick. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is the 4th strikeout in a row by Kaiser Smith. Gave up a leadoff double to Bennett in the 4th and struck out Schaefer, Smith, and Tisdale to end the 4th and starts the 5th with a strikeout too. So Keenan Morris to the plate for the Bison. Popped out to McWilliams in foul territory in the 1st inning. Struck out in the 2nd inning. The 1-0 pitch misses as well. Kaiser Smith, 9 strikeouts on the day. Only 1 walk. That'll help your strikeout to walk ratio. Big swing and miss on the 2-0 pitch. Harding in southeastern Oklahoma just underway from Durant in game 3. No score in the top of the 2nd. The 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3. Three-1. Taken for a called strike 2. Morris thought it was ball 4. So the count is full. Morris calls time to wipe something out of his eye. Says he's good and steps back in the box. Smith's 3-2 ground ball right up the middle, back through the box, and Keenan Morris gets his first hit of the day. Morris had 1 hit in game 1 yesterday, 0 for 2 with a walk in game 2 yesterday, so his 2nd hit of the weekend. So DJ Van Atten to the plate. Stole the virtues of DJ Van Atten. He's just not had a great weekend, but that can change at any time. He's just not seeing that breaking ball and not able to lay off of it. Kaiser Smith threw him 1. I expect another. We'll check back to Morris at first. Across the street in game 1 of a doubleheader, Henderson State leads Southern Nazarene 3-1 in the top of the 5th. The 0-1, breaking ball, catches the inside part of the plate. So the last at bat, Smith started with the breaking ball inside, went breaking ball outside, and then back inside for a called strike 3. This way it's been the opposite. Breaking ball outside, inside. Looks like Boland setting up outside. A quick throw over to Morris at first. Boland sets up outside, fastball or breaking ball. Breaking ball outside, and Van Atten got on that one, turned on it, foul down the left field line. He was not fooled on that one. First time we've seen him really get hard, solid contact. He did have a hit in game 2 yesterday. The 0-2 pitch, Boland sets up outside, breaking ball. He got around on that one too. Foul ball into the baseball field house. So the results on the last 2 breaking balls have been different. He was nowhere close the first couple of at-bats, and he has adjusted and he has gotten solid contact on those. Let's see where this one, Boland sets up high. 0-2 pitch is a fastball, a little bit different than the breaking ball. Kaiser Smith gets his sign from the wrist. The 1-2 pitch outside, ball 2. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, high foul ball out of play. 74-mile-an-hour breaking ball from Kaiser Smith. Big battle here between Kaiser Smith and DJ Van Atten. 1 out, top of the 5th. And he went inside too much, and he hit DJ Van Atten. And an 87-mile-an-hour fastball to, couldn't tell if it was the ribs or the keister.
Now batting second baseman, Lucas
So
Schaefer.
Van Atten reaches via the hit by pitch, and Morris is at second. So the middle of the order has some chance to get back into this one. They can do it with 1 or 2 swings of the bat. Pitching coach Dave Brown will walk out to the mound and talk to Kaiser Smith. Coach Brown took a little BP earlier this week, not with the team, but got to tell the story about when Coach Brown was pitching in college. We had a rule that if you were part of a shutout, you got to get an at-bat in a midweek game at the end of the year against it was a friendly game. It wasn't, it counted, but it was what it was. When his team played that year, the game was closer than the coach expected, so the plan didn't go as called. So the next game, he got slated to start. They were the home team, the visiting team, and lead off the top of the first. 1-pitch swing, and he hit a home run, and that was his only college at-bat. Great story there from Coach Brown. The breaking ball gets away from Boland, so the runners will advance. And so now runners at second and third for Schaefer. Coach Howard stepped out and looked down in the bullpen. There is double barrel action, it looks like, in the bullpen. Ouachita has a pitcher close to ready if needed. Kaiser Smith, breaking ball, catches the zone for ball 1. 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Looks like it's Austin Bagnall in the pen, the junior righty from Louisville, Texas, transfer from Butler Community College. A 1-1 pitch from Smith. Breaking ball outside for ball 2. Hitting right around 75 on his breaking ball. Fastball that hit Van Atten. Clocked in at 87. 2 runners in scoring position. The 2-1 pitch. That's a shot into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run will score. Cut off the throw. The throw is down, and he is safe at home. The throw beat the runner, Van Atten. Coach Howard didn't protest the call. Must have seen that the tag was high. Boland looked over to him quickly, and he said, "That's fine, tag was up." It was a nice relay from Graham to McWilliams, and the throw was there. The tag from Boland was just a little bit too late. And so it is 7-5, and that'll be it for Kaiser Smith. We'll have a reliever. We'll talk about Austin Bagnall when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Austin Bagnall the new pitcher for Ouachita, the 5'11", 180-pound junior from Louisville, Texas. Parish Episcopal transferred from Butler Community College. Let's take a look at the numbers on Bagnall. This is his 8th appearance on the season. 1-2 record, 3.24 ERA, and 16 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 11 hits, 8 runs, 6 of those earned. Walked 16, struck out 10. Opponents are batting .185 against the junior righty for Ouachita. So, 7-5, Tigers lead by 2. It was a 2 RBI single from Lucas Schaefer. It drew a good throw from Graham, a relay from Reese McWilliams. The tag from Bolin was just a little bit too late. A good catch and tag and effort by Bolin, but it's just a little bit too late. And it's now 7-5 with a runner on first for the Bison. Spencer Dickinson to the plate. Senior came in today batting .373. Singled and scored in the second. Victim grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the third. Faces Bagnall, righty on righty matchup. Not a huge lead for Schaefer. First pitch from Bagnall comes in at 86 miles an hour, right down the middle for strike one. Throwback, quick throwback to first base. Bedwell, Fields, Schaefer in without a tag. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball. Nice job by Bolin of getting out and stopping that one. We've seen some great work from both catchers. Bolin from Ouachita, Braden Smith from Oklahoma Baptist, and they've been the catcher for all 3 games. Quick throw back to first, and Schaefer is in safely. It's Lucas Schaefer. A 1-1 pitch from Bagnall. Fastball right down the middle at 87 for strike two. Two fastballs have found the zone. The one curveball from Bagnall. Not. Let's see what they come back with. A throw back over to first. Just a courtesy throw, not a really quick pickoff attempt, but they're trying to keep Schaefer close. The 1-2. Breaking ball outside and low. Ball two. He comes back to the fastball. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, same spot. Ball three. So the two fastballs have been right down the middle. The breaking balls have been too far outside to entice a swing from Dickinson. And it is a full count. Wesley Scott playing Dickinson to pull in the hole. The 3-2 pitch, a high fly ball into shallow, well, medium center field. Isaac now drifts back. Now comes up and makes the catch in center field for out number two. Two outs in the inning now, and Zane Bennett to the dish. Bennett had a leadoff double in the fourth inning, and then he was stranded. He bats here with two outs in the fifth. Another double could cut this two-run lead in half. First pitch from Bagnall, fastball, catches the outside part of the plate, again comes in at 87. Quick throw back, and that was a little bit more intent on that attempt. Schaefer says, "Come on, man, what do you think you're going to get me? I'm not running right now." The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses. About 10 miles an hour difference between the fastball and the breaking ball. Bennett didn't offer. Not a huge lead for Schaefer over at first. He does get an extra step. The 1-1 pitch upstairs for ball 2. Southeastern has taken a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the second over Harding. The 2-1 pitch, fastball that Bennett was late on and sent that one out of play down the right field line. So now the count is even at 2-2, 88 on that fastball. It's the fastest we've seen from Bagnell. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball, fouled back to the net. A little bit better location on that one. Bagnell trying to make a pitch here. Bennett trying to see the pitch. Bagnell, Bennett, 2-2, 2 outs. Right down the middle for a called strike 3 at 90 miles an hour. Hit 90 on the radar on that one, and it is a backwards K for Bagnell to get the Tigers out of the 5th. So Oklahoma Baptist does get 2, but they strand 1. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Tigers lead 7-5. Back after this timeout.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
To be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say, oh, a cheetah.
Oh, Wichita.
Achita.
Oh, Achita.
Is it pronounced Oakita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
For Washita, we start the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be 5, 6, 7. Gavin Jacobs, Reese McWilliams, Jackson Jester against the hard-throwing Peters. Came in last inning. Jacobs swung on that one, and it went down the line, but I think they said it hit his foot, and so it was automatically foul. It was close to the baseline, so I think some people were saying run down the line, but I do think they said it might have hit him after the contact. Not 100% sure, or he might have just lucked out that it stayed foul. The 0-1 pitch from Peters. Misses barely for ball 1. Peters and Bagnell both hitting around 89, upper 80s. Bagnell did have one hit 90 on the radar. The 1-1 pitch, Gavin's hard shot to Dickinson, stays down on it, makes a throw across the diamond, and Jaden Schaefer does have to go to the backhand just a little bit, but it makes the catch. And so Gavin Jacobs is retired on the 5-3 put out to start the bottom of the 5th. 9-inning game today. Yesterday's game 1 was 9, game 2 was 7. This one's scheduled for 9. And Reese McWilliams to the plate for Washita. Peters fastball high for ball 1. McWilliams had a sacrifice fly in the 1st inning. Struck out in the 3rd. Successful weekend at the plate for McWilliams. That's a high fly ball into left field. Marsick drifts under and makes the catch after ranging to his left for the second out of the inning.
Now batting designated hitter Jackson Jester.
So Jester comes up with 2 outs. You have a feeling the way this game has gone, 7 runs probably isn't going to be enough unless Bagnall and the rest of the bullpen can shut down this Oklahoma Baptist offense, obviously. Peters has come in, and his first 20 pitches has really kind of settled things down. For Oklahoma Baptist. They're within striking distance, obviously, at 7-5. The 0-1 fastball misses for ball 1. To the lefty, Jackson Jester. Righty on lefty matchup. Breaking ball. Nice pitch. He went from 87, 88 on the fastball down to 71 on the curveball. Caught Jester looking, see if he comes back with some heat here or stays with that curveball. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball taken into right center field. That was a nice piece of 2-strike hitting from Jackson Jester. 91-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. Jester was ready for it and put it in right center field for a 2-out single. Jester extends the inning, and I believe that's the second hit given up by Peters since he came in last inning. We'll face Cole Bedwell. Home plate umpire said no, and then after he was asked if he would appealed down. First base umpire agrees, so Bedwell holds off, checks his swing on the first pitch breaking ball. The 1-0 pitch misses for ball 2. That one came in at 88, so 87 to 89 for Peters. He did hit 91 on the 2-strike fastball that Jester pulled into right center field. Throw back to Jester, no tag applied. UAM now leads Northwestern Oklahoma State 5-2 in the top of the 6th. Still, now Southeastern has had a 6-run second inning, and they lead Harding as Bedwell fouls that one out of play, turns on it. Southeastern has scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. The Savage Storm lead Harding 6-0. Henderson State in the bottom of the 6th of game 1 leads Southern Nazarene 3-1. And here we are in the bottom of the 5th, 7-5 Tigers. The 2-1 pitch, Bedwell sees that one low, and so the count is now 3-1. Game 3 of this 3-game GAC series. Tigers won both yesterday. Bison trying to salvage one. Tigers trying to go for the sweep. Anybody's ball game in this last 4 innings. The 3-1 pitch is upstairs, and Bedwell draws a 2-out walk.
Now batting second baseman, Austin Gathright.
So Gathright comes to the plate now with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. First pitch swinging through the right side into right field. They're going to wave the runner home, and Bennett's throw will be late and up the line. It is a 2-out RBI single for Austin Gathright, scoring Jackson Jester from second. Bedwell goes to third, and so now the Tigers have added 1 in the 5th. They lead 8-5 and have runners at the corners with 2 outs for Isaac Nowell. Tigers have scored for the 4th out of the 5 innings. 3 in the 1st, none in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 1 each in the 4th and the 5th. Isaac Nowell is going to try to get greedy and add another one. He can put a base hit into the outfield. Peters breaking ball outside for ball 1. The 1-0 from Peters. Fastball high for ball 2. Wesley Scott is on deck. It is a righty Peters. We'll see if Scott looks like he would go lefty or righty. He's in the on-deck circle as if he would be batting from the right side. The 2-0 pitch to Nowell upstairs for ball 3. Peters wanted that one. This is the second time that Nowell has faced Peters. The 3-0 pitch. Nowell had the green light and fouled that one back to the backstop. As you probably heard. Now reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. He was the first batter to face Peters, and that fastball is outside for ball 4. So Bedwell is at third after the Gathright RBI that scored Jester. Gathwright's now at second, and Nowell is at first after the 2-out walk, and Wesley Scott does step up into the box from the right side with 2 outs. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate at 90 miles an hour for strike 1. Scott had a bunt single and scored in the 1st. Big spot here, the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 84 on that one, and kept it outside. Scott took a big hack. So now Peters ahead in the count, 0-2, bases loaded. Tigers have 1, trying to get greedy, but Peters has the advantage right now. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Peters gets out of a big one. So the Tigers do add 1, but left some out there. After 5 complete, Ouachita 8, Oklahoma Baptist 5. We'll be back for the top of the 6th after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
Austin Bagnall comes up for his first full inning of work. He came in relief of Kaiser Smith in the 5th inning. The book is closed on Kaiser Smith who faced 22 batters, 19 at-bats. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 5 runs, all earned, 6 hits, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts from Kaiser Smith. Bagnall came in relief in the 5th. Here in the 6th, Bagnall comes to the box. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Oklahoma Baptist. Jaden Schaefer, Braden Smith, Jesse Tisdall. Got the call on the first pitch for strike 1, but that one's outside for ball 1. Bagnall, a 5'11", 180-pound junior from Louisville, Texas, the Metroplex. The 1-1 pitch. Big cut from Schaefer and fouls that one. Spins that one back to the Oklahoma Baptist dugout. The 1-2 misses low for ball 2. 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Bison. 8 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for Ouachita. It's a ground ball to Bedwell. Fields, nice job by Bagnall of covering the position. The flip from Bedwell to Bagnall is on target and in time, and Schaefer is retired on the 3-1 putout.
Catcher Braden Smith.
So Braden Smith to the plate, 0 for 2, flew out to left field in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. Smith looking for his first hit of the weekend. These Oklahoma Baptist batters have really been fooled consistently. They take big cuts, they don't get cheated, but they've been fooled consistently by the breaking ball, and Ouachita pitchers have done a nice job of locating that. That fastball got in on the hand. Smith fouled it down the first base line. It was fielded by Bedwell, but it was fouled, so now the count is 0-2 to the Bison sophomore catcher. Ouachita won the series last year 2-1 in Shawnee. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. They've already won this series by virtue of the doubleheader sweep yesterday, and they're trying to go for the series sweep today. Jesse Tisdall to the plate. He's the 9-hole hitter for the Bison. Walked and scored in the 2nd. Struck out. He was one of Kaiser Smith's 9 strikeouts on the day. Bagnall has struck out 2 batters. One of them looking, and then Smith swinging. 2-0 the count now to the Bison center fielder. Catches the bottom of the zone with that 86-mile-an-hour fastball. Two-1, fouled out of play, and so the count is even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bagnall trying to get the Tigers back in the dugout, see if they can't add to a 3-run lead in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-2. Hot shot to McWilliams. Fields, strong throw across. It's off the line, but it took Bedwell off the bag. So McWilliams' throw across took Bedwell off the bag. Bedwell thought he might have had his foot on the bag still when he made the catch.
Left fielder Matt Marsick.
But it will go down as a throwing error. And so it gets back to the top of the order, and that's not what Ouachita needed, because the top of the order is what's been productive for the Bison today. Marsick tripled. A 2 RBI triple in the 2nd. He did strike out in the 5th. 1-0 pitch, catches the zone for strike 1. Ouachita has relied on its defense all season. We talked about they do have 10 hits today. We talked about the team batting average not being what they wanted it to be. The season high in hits to this point had been 15. That was last week in a game. That was last week, and that is a base hit into right field, and that's going to put Tisdale at third base. So runners at the corners for Keenan Morris. So Marsick stays hot, a 2-out single. Tisdale reaches third, and so Ouachita now will have to get out Keenan Morris, who singled and scored in the 5th, to try to keep that error from costing them a run. This is the 5th game this year that Ouachita has had 10 or more hits in a game. Actually, yeah, 5th. It happened twice last weekend. 15 hits in game 1 against Southern Nazarene, 10 in game 2, but then they followed that with only 2 in game 3. The 1-0 pitch from Bagnall is inside. Boland does a nice job of blocking it, so now the count is 2-0. And so here we go. There's a spot that Oklahoma Baptist trying to take advantage of a 2-out error to get a run across and cut into this lead. Morris can do that. Nice job by Boland of catching that one, and nice job of receiving the ball by Boland, catching that one at the top of the zone. The count is 2-1. Seems like a big spot in the game here if Ouachita can get out of this little mini jam. The 2-1 pitch, and they're not going to, and that's going to be roped down the line. It's going to go to the corners, extra bases. It's going to score 1. Coach Cox is going to round the runner to the third. Let's see if we have a play at the plate. The throw is not made, and that is a 2 RBI, 2-out double from Morris. So the error does come back to bite the Tigers. And Morris has 2 RBIs. It was a double down the right field line. And now DJ Van Atten comes to the plate with a chance to tie the game. So Van Atten has a chance to tie the game with Morris in scoring position. Marsick and Morris have really been big for the Bison today. 4 of the 8 hits has come from those 2 batters. Marsick 2 for 4 with 3 RBI. Morris 2 for 4 with those 2 RBI. One and 0 the count from Bagnall. Breaking ball too far inside, so 1-1. So Ouachita had a chance to get out of it at 8-5. The error extends the inning, and Oklahoma Baptist makes the error hurt and cuts it to 8-7. The 2-0 pitch misses outside for ball 3. Van Atten with the take. Van Atten with the take, and it is 3-0. 3-0 pitch misses also, and so Van Atten reaches. So now runners at first and second. The go-ahead run is on base for the Bison. Lucas Schaefer goes after that breaking ball. Came in at 78, fouls it off the or over the net. Count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch misses. 4-1. Runners at first and second. Tying run is at second. The 1-1 pitch is roped down the line, foul and out of play. Both bullpens do have action going. Looks like for Oklahoma Baptist, Javarian Rockmore, the junior from Carthage, Texas, getting hot. He might be the next pitcher. Rockmore has had 8 appearances this season, all of them in relief. The 1-2 from Bagnall. Good pitch from Bagnall, and Schaefer got just enough of it to stay alive. Ouachita has a righty getting hot in the bullpen. That pitch is in the dirt, and it allows the runners to advance 90 feet. So, Oklahoma Baptist is a base hit away from taking this lead potentially. Van Atten at second. He was waved around the last time. We had a close play at the plate. He was called safe, so he did score from second last time. Base hit would probably be similar. Oklahoma Baptist trying to get Bagnall to balk a run home. The 2-2 pitch. High fly ball into deep left center field. Now has a beat on it. Back to the wall, to the track, and it is gone. A 3-run home run for Oklahoma Baptist. And the Bison have the lead after Lucas Schaefer makes it 5 runs after the 2-out error.
Now batting third baseman Spencer Dickinson.
Well, we said in the 5th that we didn't think 7 was going to be enough, and that was definitely right, and now 10's not going to be enough. Oklahoma Baptist with a 10-8 lead. First lead of the game. Dickinson turns on that one, fouls it down the left field line. It's just rough luck for Bagnall because he did what he needed to do to get the 3rd out, but a throwing error extended the inning, and Oklahoma Baptist made Ouachita pay in a big way. We'd been tied once after the 2nd inning at 3-3, but this is the first lead for Oklahoma Baptist. Dickinson, line drive to McWilliams, and that will end the inning, but not before the Bison, respond in a big way. 5 runs for Oklahoma Baptist. The Bison now have a 10-8 lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Batting for the Tigers, left fielder Garrett Graham.
We start the bottom of the 6th inning. The Tiger bullpen is busy. The Oklahoma Baptist bullpen also ready to go with Rockmore if needed, if Peters runs into trouble here in the bottom of the 6th. Garrett Graham gets things going for Ouachita. It'll be 3-4-5 for the Tigers, trying to get back in this one and tie things up. The 1-0 pitch misses inside for ball 2. Peters wanted that one. That one came in at 89. 2-0 to Graham. Shot into left field, but Marsick dropped his right leg and right foot and started going like he was going to catch it over his shoulder, but then the ball kind of twisted on him. He ended up kind of having to twist back and make the catch over his left shoulder. Regardless, it was a hard hit ball by Graham, but it does find the glove of Marsick for the first out of the inning. Joseph Bolin is hit on the wrist, and then that glanced off of, they're going to say it hit the knob of the bat. Now the umpires are going to get together. The umpire is going to say it hit the knob of the bat as a foul ball. He's just going on sound. Bolin said, no, sir, it didn't. I'll show you where it hit on my wrist. And so he has his batting gloves undone to show them. I don't know, honestly, if they can try to get any proof. Coach Howard calling Ashley Harris, the athletic trainer, out. The home plate umpire coming back to look at Bolin. Now the umpire's getting back together maybe. Ashley Harris looking at Joseph's left hand. Home plate umpire talking to Coach Howard. Umpire still, based on his motions, he still says it hit the knob of the bat. Bolin is a catcher, and so the catcher and the home plate umpire have, unique. They build a relationship and a rapport over the course of the game. I don't know where that goes though. Braden Smith, the Oklahoma Baptist catcher, also caught that one as it glanced off of Bolin. He's up and walking around. Doesn't look like Bolin's going to get first base. He's going to come back into the box. So it'll go down as a foul ball. And Bolin steps back in the box with an 0-1 count now. And he pops that one up into shallow left center field. Center fielder will call off the infield, come in and make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Right fielder, Gavin Jacobs.
Gavin Jacobs to the box for Ouachita. Jacobs had a double in the first, a triple, and scored a run in the third inning, and then grounded out to third base in the fifth inning. He bats with 2 outs here. Peters has really done a nice job. He did give up 1 run in the fifth inning, but he really kind of settled things down for Oklahoma Baptist, giving some good at bats. And now with a 10-8 lead, he's pitching with the lead. A 1-0 pitch, hits 91 on the gun and catches the inside part of the plate for strike one. Nice job by Gavin. That's going to hang up in the air, though, for Zane Bennett. Thought that was going to get down for a base hit or at least catch the gap, but Jacobs had that one hang up in the wind and into the glove of Zane Bennett. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Tigers. We go to the top of the seventh, 10-8, Oklahoma Baptist back after this.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Andrew Hayden is the new pitcher for Ouachita, the 6'3", 190-pound sophomore from Lone Oak, Texas. Andrew Hayden, this is his 8th appearance and all but one of those in relief. 12 1/3 inning pitch, 3.65 ERA. Given up 11 hits, 5 runs, all of those earned, 9 strikeouts, 13 walks. Opponents are batting .239 against the sophomore righty Andrew Hayden. He comes in the top of the 7th inning. Now with Ouachita trailing 10-8 after Oklahoma Baptist got 5 unearned runs in the top of the 6th inning. All 5 coming after Ouachita error extended the inning. The Bison took advantage in a big way. It'll be 6-7-8 for Oklahoma Baptist. Zane Bennett, Jaden Schaefer, Braden Smith. First pitch from Hayden. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1 at 84. Bennett goes the opposite way with it, back to the wall, and it is gone. Zane Bennett puts that one up in the quasi-jet stream, goes the opposite way with it, and Bennett leads off the 7th inning with a home run. You could tell that Gavin Jacobs in right field had a beat on it, and then he could just kind of tell by his body language, you could tell that that one was not going to stay in the park. This is an Oklahoma Baptist team that has everyone in its starting lineup with at least 1 home run. 8 of the 9 have at least 3. That is Zane Bennett's 6th home run of the season. That was the name of the game for Ouachita last year from the plate, but as a team, the starters only have 14 home runs. 37 combined home runs for the Oklahoma Baptist starters. So the long ball has been much more a part of Oklahoma Baptist this year. It was more of a in play for Ouachita last year, but a lot of those big bats graduated, and the Tigers have been trying to get runs different ways and rely on their defense. The 2-1 pitch, a 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball, catches Schaefer looking, and the count is now 2-2. Schaefer, ground ball. Bedwell flips to Hayden for the first out of the inning. That is the 2nd consecutive time Schaefer has been retired on a 3-1 putout.
Now batting catcher, Braden Smith.
Braden Smith comes to the plate, 0 for 3 on the day. Still looking for his first hit this weekend. Struck out 6 times in the 3 games. Breaking ball catches the top part of the zone for strike 1. Missed that one, and the count is 1-1. This is the 8th appearance of the season for Hayden. He pitched. Last outing was March 11th in a midweek game against Mississippi College. The 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball, swing and a miss from Smith for strike 2. Pitched 2 innings against Mississippi College, no hits, walked 2. Had 2 in the 3rd inning and an outing against Harding. The 1-2 pitch inside for ball 2. Braden Smith trying to reach base for the 2nd time this weekend, but he doesn't. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and Braden Smith strikes out for the 3rd time today. His only other time he reached base was on a hit by pitch in game 1 yesterday. So Tisdall to the plate. He's the one who got things going in the top of the 6th with 2 outs. He reached on a throwing error, and that opened the floodgates for Oklahoma Baptist. He reached on an error. Marsick singled. Morris doubled, scoring Tisdall and Marsick, and then Schaefer had a 3-run homer after Van Atten walked. The 2-0 pitch from Hayden, inside for ball 3. So he found a way to extend the inning in the 6th, and he'll try to do it again here in the 7th. Now the lead is 3 for Oklahoma Baptist. So 4 straight. And we're kind of right back where we were last inning. That might be it for Hayden. We'll see. Coach Luke Howard making the trip to the mound. We do have a pitching change for the Tigers. That'll be it for Andrew Hayden. We'll talk about the new pitcher when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
There you see the numbers on Kendall Cassidy, the sophomore, 5'8", 205 pounds. It's his 8th appearance, all in relief, 0-1 record, 18.78 ERA, 7 2/3 innings pitched, 15 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Giving up 16 runs, all of those earned. Opponents are batting .417 against the lefty, Kendall Cassidy. The sophomore from Burleson, Texas, transfer from McLennan Community College, coached by our former Tiger assistants, Tanner Rockwell. Matthew Branch is going to bring you a couple of at-bats. It's been a while since you graduated a couple of years ago. It's been a while since you've been in this spot, but Matthew's going to bring us a couple of at-bats while I go send a kid off to a cruise for spring break.
Well, have fun with that, Chris. Thank you for letting me come in here. It's been about 3 years now probably since I've called a broadcast for OSDN, and I'm happy to get to hop in here in relief for Chris Babb for just a few moments. As we've got Marsick back up to bat. First pitch there is going to find the strike zone fastball. Marsick's been on base twice today, once from an error. Or has been on base 3 times today. Scratch that. Runner goes to second. That throw is going to be a bit off the mark. And Tisdale makes it into second base with a stolen base. That'll make it a 0-2 count here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Oh, 2 just misses the zone. That'll be ball 1, make it a 1-2 count here. And been some beautiful baseball weather this weekend here at Rab Rogers Field in Arkadelphia. The 1-2. A little bit off speed, and that'll be fouled. Backing out of play. Marsick batting .311 coming into today. One of multiple batters on this lineup batting above .300 for the Bison. The 1-2 is going to be hit over to second. And quick throw over to Bedwell for out number 3. And that'll bring us to the 7th inning stretch. Oklahoma Baptist leads Ouachita 11-8 here as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
The opening rounds of the tournament will be played first through the 4th in Oklahoma. The 2 teams are meeting the next weekend from the 9th through the 11th.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. Due up for the Tigers will be Reese McWilliams.
Batting for the Tigers, third baseman Reese McWilliams.
Followed by designated hitter Jackson Jester and first baseman Cole Bedwell. McWilliams will step in. That'll be first pitch will just miss outside the zone for ball 1. McWilliams 0 for 2 today with a sacrifice fly. That came back in the 1st inning. Swing on and miss. That one. Strike 1. McWilliams, the senior at Little Rock Catholic and Crowder College. That one misses for ball 2. Since it has been a few years since I've been on the microphone here for OSDN, Chris Babb mentioned, my name is Matthew Branch. I'm the Assistant Director of Athletic Communications here at Ouachita. As McWilliams hits that one up the middle, Fielded by the shortstop, Morris. Over to the first baseman for out number 1. That will bring up Jackson Jester.
Jackson Jester.
Jester, the left-handed freshman out of Pottsboro, Texas. So I'm in my 3rd year here at Ouachita in the assistant director of athletic communications role. I spent 4 years as a student here at Ouachita. Graduated in May of 22, and I was a founding member of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network back. As that one is roped into left center by Jester. That'll be down. And Jester will head into second base with a 1-out double. Bring up first baseman Cole Bedwell. Bedwell 1 for 3 so far on the afternoon.
Now batting first baseman Cole Bedwell.
Bedwell, the junior out of Southlake, Texas. We started up Ouachita Sports Digital Network my sophomore year in college. That would have been the fall of 2019. I was lucky enough to be the first student director starting my junior year. Did that my junior and senior year. Helped get things going with OSDN. As that one's going to get past, that's going to let Jester head on into third. So a runner just one base away here for the Tigers with 1 out. Got the tying run on deck and Gaithright. But been real proud to see what OSDN's done the past 3 years since I graduated in 2022. Taking some big strides to produce some of the best broadcasts in Division II, in my opinion, as that one's going to be lifted to right, and that's going to go foul for strike 1. One count to Bedwell. That one's going to be hit over to the shortstop. Will fire over to get out. Number 2, but Jester will score. That will bring this to a 2-run ball game with an RBI ground out. That'll bring up Austin Gaithright, the freshman second baseman.
Now batting second baseman Austin
Gaithright out of Frisco, Texas. And we'll look at a first pitch strike there. That one bit outside. Ball 1 evens the count up. That one's going to be lifted into center field. It's going to be a little short, but a diving catch made by the center fielder Tisdale will end the inning for the Tigers. Ouachita does get a one run across there to make it a 2-run ball game. Oklahoma Baptist leads 11-9 heading into the 8th inning here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say, Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Once again, welcome back to Rad Rogers Field on the campus of Washita Baptist University. The top of the 8th inning here. Getting into crunch time as Oklahoma Baptist leads Washita. So by 2 runs, 11-9. Cassidy back out on the mound. Looking for his hopefully his first full inning of work as he came in and recorded the final out in the previous inning for the Tigers. Cassidy, the sophomore out of Burleson, Texas, McLennan Community College, coached by former Washita assistant coach Tanner Rockwell at the helm of McLennan. First pitch from Cassidy. Gets Morris to swing. For strike 1. Morris 2 for 4 on the day with 2 RBI and a strikeout. As he watches strike 2. The Bison looking to avoid the weekend sweep. The Tigers trying to earn the sweep. Well, that one's going to be called strike 3 for out number 1. That'll bring up the designated hitter, DJ Van Atten. Came into this game batting .381. Came in yesterday batting .400 even. So far today, 0 for 2. As that one misses for ball 1. So far today, Van Atten has struck out twice, been hit by a pitch once, and walked once. Each time he's gotten on base, though, he has scored. Coach Howard headed out to talk to Cassidy on the mound. It looks like we will be having a pitching change. I'll tell you who that is momentarily. Cassidy will head back to the dugout. Looks like that's going to be Braden Tucker, a junior out of Fort Worth, Texas. And while he warms up, we'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
Chris Babb put on the wrong headset when he got back. And Braden Tucker back in the game for Ouachita. Tucker, the new pitcher. There you see the numbers on Braden Tucker for Ouachita, the 6', 170-pound junior from Fort Worth, Texas. First batter he sees is DJ Van Atten. 1-1 count to Atten, now 2-1 after that breaking ball missed. Ouachita trailing 11-9 here in the top of the 8th, thanks to Matthew Branch for pinch hitting, if we could use the baseball pun. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball misses just outside. Had to get a kid sent off to a spring break trip, so Matthew pinch hit for a few batters. Did bring the Tigers a run, so maybe he needs to come back in the bottom of the 8th as well. They need a couple more. The 3-1 pitch to Van Atten misses for ball 4. And so DJ Van Atten
baseman Lucas Schaefer
is on first with a 1-out walk. Lucas Schaefer back to the box for Oklahoma Baptist. First pitch swinging, fouls that one down the third base line. McWilliams fields it in foul territory. Schaefer struck out in the first inning, was hit by a pitch and was stranded in the third. Reached and was stranded in the 5th and then scored in the 6th inning. That was the inning where Oklahoma Baptist took its first lead of the game. They extended that in the 7th. Ouachita got one back in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss on the 0-1 pitch from Tucker. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Braden Tucker gets the second out of the inning on a strikeout.
Third baseman Spencer Dickinson.
Fourteenth strikeout by Ouachita pitching today. 9 of those from starting pitcher Kaiser Smith. Bagnall had a couple. Backwards K to end the 5th. Bagnall had 2. Andrew Hayden had 1. Kendall Cassidy 1. And Tucker now with 1. Spencer Dickinson into the box. That breaking ball misses, and the count is 1-1. Again, the beginning of spring break here at Ouachita. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, ground ball to Scott at short. Flips to Gathright for the third out of the inning. And Braden Tucker does a job and gets out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers trail by 2. And we'll be back to see if they can cut into this lead after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University, where spring break has started. OSDN is the Student Sports Media Production Program of the Rogers Department of Communications at Ouachita. Would like to thank students who stuck around for spring break. Both of these days, yesterday and today, Gavin Wallace, Chloe Velleman, Coleman Callan, Madeline Colzer. Yesterday we had Dante Gibson and Eli Wilson helping us, and I appreciate them sticking around for a couple of days of spring break. Of course, it might have been because they forgot to tell somebody they were staying and said, hey, can I work baseball and have any? No, I'm just kidding. That was me that forgot to tell housing they were staying. But Tim Harrell, thank you very much. Took care of that. Spring break next week. No midweek games for Ouachita. Be back in action our next broadcast on OSDN after today's game. will be next Friday from here at Rab Rogers Field as Arkansas Tech and Ouachita have a 3-game GAC baseball series. New pitcher for the Bison, Javarian Rockamore, a 5'10 junior from Carthage, Texas, one of the 4 transfers from Murray State College. Rockamore is making his 9th appearance, all in relief. Pitched 12 innings, given up 11 hits, 12 runs, all those earned, 6 walks, but 17 strikeouts. A 9.00 ERA, opponents averaging 244 against the righty, the junior righty, Javarian Rockamore. It'll be the 1-2-3 hitters for the Tigers. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Tigers trail by 2. First pitch misses inside from Rockamore. The 1-0 pitch to now, breaking ball at 78, catches the inside part of the plate for strike 1. The 1-1 now, hard shot to Dickinson, fields it but can't field it cleanly, and the throw across the diamond is not going to be in time. It was a hard shot that took a bounce and got up in the hands of Dickinson. And so now leads things off. It'll go down as an E5.
Now batting the shortstop, Wesley Scott.
So now reaches on the E5. And Wesley Scott will try to get things going for the Tigers. Scott, a talented hitter, hasn't had the greatest day today, but he is, I say he's due, but he's capable of producing at any time. The 1-0 pitch catches the inside part of the zone for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers trail by 2. The tying run is at the plate. Rockamore's 1-1, a breaking ball at 76, and Scott catches the top of it. Last outing for Rockamore was in a loss to Henderson State, 2 2/3 innings. They're on March 15th. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and Scott strikes out. 3rd time with the first out of the inning.
Now batting left fielder, Garrett Graham.
So Garrett Graham comes to the plate. He walked and scored in the 1st. He singled and scored in the 3rd. Singleton was stranded in the 4th and then lined out in the 6th. He bats as the tying run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Breaking ball catches the top part of the zone for strike 1. In that outing against Henderson State, Rockamore 2 2/3 inning, 1 hit, 1 run that was earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. You notice his strikeout numbers were high, and now he's ahead in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Graham forgot there was a runner at first base. So that is 2 strikeouts for Rockamore
Joseph Boland.
in the inning. Joseph Boland comes to the plate. 0 for 3, struck out, and 1 for 4. Singled and scored in the 3rd. There's 1 strikeout and 2 flyouts. He had the game-winning hit yesterday. And that 75-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch comes in at the top of the zone. Logan Kimbrough has 3 saves on the season for Oklahoma Baptist. You wonder, I guess, if this stays, if Rockamore will come back for the 9th, or if Kimbrough, try to see if we can see if that's who's loosening in the Oklahoma Baptist bullpen. Not really loosening, just tossing a baseball, walking around. Looks like they're a couple starting to stretch. The 0-1, swing and a miss, off speed, fooling the Tiger batters, and Rockamore is ahead in the count 0-2. Tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and so Rockamore has one runner reach on an error and then strikes out the next 3 batters. And we go to the 9th inning. Oklahoma Baptist will try to add some insurance runs to this 2-run lead. We go to the 9th. Oklahoma Baptist leads by 2, back after this timeout.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Braden Tucker comes out for his first full inning of work after coming in relief in the 8th inning. He'll try to keep this Oklahoma Baptist lead to 2 runs.
Batting for the Bison, the right fielder, Zane Bennett.
Zane Bennett to the dish for Oklahoma Baptist to lead off the 9th. He led off the 7th with a solo home run. Tucker misses with the first pitch. It was a breaking ball. The 1-0 hits Bennett. And so Bennett,
first baseman Jaden Schaefer,
reaches as they lead off. I guess technically, Bennett has led off. He led off the 4th with a double. And led off the 7th with that home run. And led off this 9th being hit by a pitch. Jaden Schaefer, first pitch swinging, fouls that one out of play. The 0-1 pitch from Tucker misses for ball 1. 11 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for the Bison. 9 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors for Ouachita. Go back to that 6th inning when one of those errors led to 5 runs. Bennett is off with the pitch, swing and a miss. The throw down, the tag is not in time. Wesley Scott and Austin Gathright thought the tag was made in time. But regardless, Bennett is at second with the stolen base and a 1-2 count. That one bounces. Boland does a nice job of blocking it. Takes a glance out at Bennett. The 2-2 misses as well, so the count is full. Reese McWilliams was trying to get an explanation from the home plate umpire. They were having a nice conversation. He was explaining what the call was. The 3-2 pitch, fouls it back to the net, and Jaden Schaefer stays alive. UAM won its game today with Northwestern as the 3-2 pitch, I believe they said it caught Schaefer's knee maybe, and regardless it was ball 4. So Bennett at second after the stolen base. Schaefer reaches, and so now Braden Smith up with nobody out and runners at first and second. UAM run rules Northwestern 13-2 with 4 runs in the 8th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning in Durant. Southeastern leads Harding 9-6. Henderson State defeated Southern Nazarene 7-3 in their first game today. They have another one later. Squares around a bunt. Smith bunts. The throw to third is offline, and that's going to allow at least 1 run to score. Now make it 2 as the error allows 2 runs to score for Oklahoma Baptist. Smith reached on a fielder's choice and then advanced to second on the throw. And so now Oklahoma Baptist has extended its lead to 13-9 with 2 runs here in the top of the 9th. Tucker tried to make something happen. Another square around to bunt. That one gets past Bolin. And Smith now advances to third. So now Coach Howard will call time and come out and go to the pen. We'll have a new pitcher. It will be Lucas Mercado for Ouachita, and we'll talk about Lucas when we come back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
Lucas Mercado is the new pitcher for Ouachita, a 5'8", 180-pound lefty freshman from the Woodlands, Texas. Mercado making his 4th appearance, only 2 1/3 innings pitched for Lucas Mercado. He comes in relief of Braden Tucker, inheriting a runner at third base. The Tigers have seen the Oklahoma Baptist lead go from 11-9 to 13-9, and here in the top of the 9th inning. Ouachita had the tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 8th, couldn't get it across. Rockemore was able to strike 3 Tigers out to get to the 9th, and Oklahoma Baptist has added a couple of insurance runs here in the top of the 9th. Mercado in his 3 appearances had a third of an inning against Augustana the first week of February. 2 days later, a third of an inning against Central Oklahoma. 1 2/3 innings on March 11th against Mississippi College. First pitch swinging from Jesse Tisdall, the 9-hole hitter. Fouled out of play. Go back to the top of the order to Marsick and Morris. Breaking ball misses for the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Count from Mercado to Tisdall. Swing and a miss, off speed at 73. Mercado trying to get the first out of the inning. The infield is drawn in for Ouachita. Scott is playing close to McWilliams. There's a lot of room in the middle, on the left side. Three balls, 2 strikes now to Tisdall. The 3-2 pitch misses, and Tisdall walks and have runners at the corners.
Now batting left fielder Matt Marsick.
Marsick comes to the plate. The infield will play in to try to cut off a run and possibly keep Smith at first. Marsick singled and scored in the 6th, had a triple in the 2 RBI triple in the 2nd. Not really playing any. He does square around to bunt, and Bolin catches that one in foul territory. Gathright has moved back a little bit at second base. Scott still showing like he's playing in on the left side along with McWilliams. Runner goes. It was a hit and run situation. Tisdall advances to second. Swing and a miss from Marsick. One ball, 2 strikes. After that, breaking ball misses. Runners at second and third with nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Mercado comes back inside. The 2-2 lefty on lefty matchup. Misses low for ball 3. Full count. First base is empty. The 3-2 pitch, ball 4. And now the bases are full of Bison. There's another arm getting ready in the Ouachita bullpen.
Now batting the shortstop, Keenan Morris.
Keenan Morris to the plate now. The 2 RBI double in the 6th. That was the big shot that got Oklahoma Baptist back in it after the 2-out error. The infield is in. First pitch, strike from Mercado. The 1 pitch fouled out of play, so Mercado's ahead in the count, 0-2. Take a hot shot to Bedwell and him step on the bag and then throw home to try to get that runner out. The 0-2. Nice block by Bolin. Send Braden Smith back to third. Got the secondary lead, but Bolin did a nice job of blocking that one up. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Nobody out, bases full of Bison. The 1-2 pitch. It's a good 1-2 pitch, but just too far outside to keep Morris from offering, and so now the count is full at 2-2. That one was almost a direct shot to the microphone and the radar gun. See on your screen there, just to the right of the umpire and catcher, right under his elbow right now, that microphone, and the radar gun just up and to the right of it. The 2-2 pitch from Mercado. Ground ball through the right side, and that's going to get at least 2 runs home. Gavin Jacobs fields it. They'll hold the runner at third. And so Smith and Tisdale score. Marsick is at third, and Morris with 2 more RBI to go, and that's 4 on the day for Marsick. Excuse me, for Morris.
Designated hitter DJ Van Atten.
DJ Van Atten to the plate, but not before we have another pitching change, as Oklahoma Baptist has scored 4 here in the top of the 9th, and the Bison lead 15-9. Tigers going to the pen to try to get 1 out, and then 2 more, and we'll talk about the new pitcher, Weston Bailey, when we come back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Weston Bailey is the new pitcher for Ouachita. If you're watching before Game 2 yesterday, you saw Around the Horn with Weston Bailey as part of Ouachita Sports Digital Network, sports media major. And a nice little Around the Horn segment with Luke House. Weston comes to the mound for the Tigers. This is his 6th appearance, 6 1/3 innings pitched. 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 of those earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 5. Weston is a junior from Austin, Texas. And it looks like we also have a new catcher for Ouachita. New catcher for Ouachita is Luke Nahara, 5'11", 190-pound redshirt freshman from Abilene, Texas.
And now catching number 7, Luke Nahara.
So Nahara comes in to catch, replacing Joseph Bolin. Weston Bailey taking a couple of more warm-up pitches. When we return to action, we'll have runners at the corners for Oklahoma Baptist, and DJ Van Atten to the plate. Matt Marsick is at third. Keenan Morris is at first, and nobody out. Now Oklahoma Baptist has scored 4 runs. Has scored 4 runs here in the top of the 9th with nobody out still. First pitch from Bailey is high. Came in at 86 on the gun. The 1-0 pitch, fouled out of play. Took some off of that one. The 1-1 upstairs for ball 2. And the throw back gets away. And another run scores for Oklahoma Baptist. Swing and a miss from Van Atten and Weston Bailey. As it at 2-2. 16-9 now Oklahoma Baptist. The 2-2 pitch. That's a base hit into left field. And DJ Van Atten has his second hit of the weekend. Came in batting 400. 0 for 4 in game 1, 1 for 3 in game 2 yesterday, so 1 for 7 yesterday. He has reached twice. He got hit by a pitch and walked earlier today. And he's 1 for 4 today with those 2. So 2 hits on the weekend in, is it 14 at bat, 13. So all in all, the Tiger batters, the pitchers have done a good job on the talented hitter DJ Van Atten. He does get that single here in the top of the 9th. The 1-0 pitch misses. About that one back to the net. It's 2-1. Two-1 was close, but not quite close enough, and it's 3-1 now to Lucas Schaefer. Spencer Dickinson on deck. And Tigers just trying to get an out however they can. Foul that one out of play, and the count is 3-2. Three-two pitch from Bailey. Swing and a hot shot into left field deep, and that's going to be over the head of Graham, and that is gone. It is a 3-run homer for Lucas Schaefer. That was a line drive that got out of here in a hurry. It is an 8-run top of the 9th. For Oklahoma Baptist, and it's 19-9. We still got to get 3 outs. Bailey's first pitch to Dickinson is taken for a called strike 1. Second one catches the zone. At nice bounce back from Bailey. The 0-2 pitch misses. Bailey hit that last one at 85. So it's been the big inning for Oklahoma. Oh, heads up. There's another. Dickinson lost that one, went into the Ouachita dugout. Count is 1-2. How fast it goes from, it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch misses outside, gets past Nahara. How fast it goes from close to not. Ouachita had the tying run at the plate in the 8th inning. Rockamore was able to strike out 3 batters in a row, and then Oklahoma Baptist came out in the 9th and has scored 8 so far. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Dickinson is retired on the strikeout for the first out of the inning. And now we go back to Zane Bennett, who got this thing started in the top of the 9th. He was hit by a pitch. He and 7 other of his teammates have scored. Dickinson was the first Bison not to reach base and score here in the 9th. Nice location from Bailey on that breaking ball. Took some off of it. Came in at 78. And the count is even at 1-1. A lot of times that first one's the hardest. He got one. Now he's got a good fastball at 86. Got Zane Bennett swinging and missing. 5-run 6th and an 8-run 9th for Oklahoma Baptist. The 1-2 pitch misses for ball 2. Breaking ball in on the fist. Bennett fouls that one off. So the Tigers won the series by winning the 2 games yesterday, trying to go for the sweep. The back and forth game early. The 2-2 pitch catches the outside. Thought that was a close. It could have been a called strike in a 10-run game. The 3-2 pitch, that's a shot into center field. Isaac now is not going to be able to get to it in time, and it is a 1-out single for Bennett. Single to right center field. And now Jaden Schaefer to the plate. I don't know if Oklahoma Baptist has any pinch hitters or anybody else in their dugout. This has been the same 9 that have had every at-bat, I believe, in these 3 games. That is a hot shot to center field from Schaefer.
Now batting the catcher, Braden Smith.
Schaefer with a single. It'll be back to Tisdale. They've not done a lot of substituting this year at all. Starting, the 8 of the 9 guys in the lineup have 75 or more at bats. Dickinson has 60 coming into today's game, or 59. Then after that, Jacob Campbell has 42. McAuliffe and Gonzalez with 16 and 14. So they just don't do a lot of pinch hitting. They only had 14 players with plate appearances this season. That's a shot into right center field. That's going to score a run. It gets by Jacobs in right field. They're going to hold the runner up at third, and so another run as Bennett scores. Schaefer to third. Smith singled and advanced, probably single and advanced on the error.
Now batting center fielder Jesse Tisdale.
It is a 9-run ninth inning. It has done a little bit more than blown this one open. Do have a pitcher in the Ouachita bullpen getting loose to try to see if they might need to bring him in at some point. Bailey's first pitch is outside for ball one. A 1-0 pitch catches the zone for strike one. One pitch fouled back to the net. It's 1-2. Does not look like it will be anybody from the bench getting any at bats because I see Marsick and Morris. Actually, I see Tisdale and Marsick with their helmets on. The 1-2 pitch from Bailey. It's a shot into right field. Gavin Jacobs comes up and makes a diving catch. The runner will tag. The throw will not be in time, so it is a sacrifice fly for Tisdale. And 2 outs in the inning. Smith did not advance to second. And Marsick to the plate. It was a 10-run inning now for the Bison. 2 outs. Weston Bailey on the mound. Gets Marsick to foul that one out of play. The 0-1 pitch is outside. Bailey's 1-1, misses for ball 2. It's just kind of a weird feeling when you win the series and then you have a game end up going like this, getting out of hand at the end. You have to get yourself, as Bailey gets that 2-1 pitch to catch the zone for strike 2, you have to remind yourself that you did win the series. Oklahoma Baptist, on the other hand, is taking some momentum and frustration out, taking some momentum on after having a strong game 3. Full count, 2 outs. Bailey trying to deliver here. 3-2, misses for ball 4.
Now batting the shortstop, Keenan Morris.
Looks like that'll be it for Weston Bailey. We'll have one more pitching change, and we will tell you about the new Ouachita pitcher when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
To be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
We'll be on your side, by your side.
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field. The new Ouachita pitcher is Colby Thorson, a 6 foot, 195-pound freshman right-handed pitcher from Frisco, Texas, went to Liberty. Thorson has 6 appearances, all in relief, 6 1/3 inning, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, walked 3, struck out 7. Again, I'd like to say thanks to our students in the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, Chloe Velleman, Coleman Callan, Gavin Wallace, Madeline Colzer. One name not on that graphic is Corday Ramsey. Corday is our youngest OSDN member, helping out in the trailer today. The older son of Ouachita Assistant Athletic Director for Communications, Brian Ramsey.
How about the shortstop, Keenan Morris?
Keenan Morris comes to the plate for Oklahoma Baptist, scored 3 times today. #15th Bison to bat here in the 9th inning. First pitch from Thorson, fouled out of play. Luke Nahara behind the dish for Ouachita. Came in a couple of innings ago, replacing Joseph Bolin. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Nahara. One ball, 1 strike. Tigers just trying to get that 3rd out and get back to the dugout. High fly ball into center field. Isaac now will camp out under it and make the catch. And at long last, the 9th inning comes to an end, but Oklahoma Baptist put an exclamation point on this one. Of the big night. Tigers come to bat in the bottom of the 9th when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/act now.
Bottom of the ninth, Javarian Rockamore coming back out. And as pointed out by Brian Ramsey, might be the first person ever eligible to get a save if he gets all three of these outs in a 21-9 game. There are 4 pitchers mulling around in the Oklahoma Baptist bullpen. Ouachita is going to have some pinch hitters start us off. The first one will be Logan Bell. Pinch hitting for the Tigers, a 6'2", 200-pound senior from Cabot, Arkansas.
Logan Bell.
Bell will pinch hit facing the righty Rockamore. It seems like it's been an hour and a half since Rockamore was out there. First pitch swinging. Schaefer flips to Rockamore, and Bell is retired on the 3-1 put out. The first out of the inning. Aiden LeMaster is the next pinch hitter for Ouachita, the 6'1", 185-pound freshman from Boyd, Texas. So the Tigers, barring a significant comeback with 2 outs because Masters pops that one up into shallow left center field. Tisdale makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Tigers will fall to 10-8 in conference play. Oklahoma Baptist will improve to 10-8, so they'll be right there among that 5th and 6th place spot. Andrew Cox, the pinch hitter for Ouachita, the 5'11", 180-pound senior from Hot Springs, graduated from Lakeside High School. Cox has gotten a few starts at second base, 9 starts. This is his 14th appearance. Looking for his 3rd hit of the season. The 1-0 pitch from Rockamore, a shot into right field. It's a base hit for Andrew Cox. So Cox gets a pinch hit single.
Pinch hitting for the Tigers, number 11, Connor Hill.
Connor Hill will pinch hit now for Bedwell. Hill got the start yesterday. Bats from the left side. Cox is off with the pitch. The throw down goes into center field. Andrew Cox with a stolen base. So Hill ahead in the count, 1-0. Cox is at second base after the stolen base. Runner in scoring position. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball to second base. Schaefer to Schaefer, and that is the ball game. Oklahoma Baptist bounces back and salvages game 3 after Ouachita wins the first 2 in the series to win the series 2-1. Thanks for joining us this weekend from Rab Rogers Field. Ouachita wins the series 2-1. Oklahoma Baptist wins game 3 emphatically 21-9. We thank you for tuning in to this broadcast of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And we will be back in action next Friday as the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys come to town for a 3-game set against the Tigers here at Rab Rogers Field. For Madeline Colzer, Coleman Callan, Gavin Wallace, and Chloe Velleman, this is Chris Babb. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your weekend. Students, have a great spring break, and as always, go Tigers.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Barnett, ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning